Okay. In this video, I would like to discuss with you paper 1, 2019, accounting advanced level. Actually, most of the students, they don't solve past paper questions. They don't try to solve multiple choice questions and structured questions, short answers questions. If you practice past paper questions, you will understand the nature of the questions and you will easily solve your exam paper questions. Therefore, I would like to discuss with you paper 1 multiple choice questions and short answers questions. So I will select the paper 2019 paper 1. I will discuss part by part. First, I will take from question number 1 to question number 5. Right, this is the paper. This is 2019 August. Then accounting paper 1. If you take this paper, you are given 1 hour. Sorry, you are given 2 hours. You are given 2 hours. Here, you are given 2 hours for the first paper. Within 2 hours, you have to solve all the question. So you are having 50 questions. You are having 50 questions. Question number 1 to 30, multiple choice questions, and question number 31 to 50, short answers question. You have to write answers for all the questions. It is difficult for you to solve all 50 questions within 2 hours. Therefore, you have to practice and take the time management. You should know all the lessons available in your syllabus, and you should manage your time also. You should practice and manage your time. Then at the examination, you will be able to solve all 50 questions. Right. Question number 1. Question number 1. Here, the secret is you can reduce time for easy question and save your time. Then you can use those saved time for you to settle, for you to solve difficult questions. That is the secret, solving all the 50 questions available in the paper 1. Which of the following statements best describe the main purpose of accounting in a firm? Right. Then here, you are given 5 answers. But when you just look at the answers, if you read all the answers, it will take time. Therefore, if you are familiar with the definition for accounting, what you learn at the beginning, very first beginning of the subject, then you can easily remember the answer. Then sometimes there can be similar answers. Then you have to read carefully. Otherwise, if you read all 5 answers for this type of questions, it will take time. Therefore, you have to know the syllabus. The examiner has a right to set question from whole syllabus. Therefore, if you know the definition for accounting, then no need to read. But if you are given, sometimes you may be given similar definitions. Sometimes there can be slight difference. Therefore, if you first read this one, no. Second one, no. Third one, no. Fourth one also. Fifth one also sometimes similar. We have similar words. Therefore, we just read. Communication of financial information of the firm for the users of managers. That is wrong. Communication of finance information of the firm for the users of managers. No. Not only for users. There are stakeholders. Those who have an interest about the business, about your company. Therefore, here we have to select the best describes answer. Main purpose of accounting in a firm. The main purpose is to provide the information for decision making of the stakeholders of the firm. There are people who have an interest about the company. They are ready to use the financial statements and take decisions. Therefore, we have to provide information to take their decisions. That is the main purpose of accounting. Therefore, we have to select what best described. Therefore, when it comes to question answer number 5, communication of information for decision making of the stakeholders of the firm. Stakeholders, they are the people who have an interest about the company. Therefore, they are ready to use financial statements of the company and take their decisions. Therefore, you have given bold word best arm. Therefore, you have to select the best answer, answer number 5. The purpose of accounting is communication of information for decision making of the stakeholders of a firm. Stakeholders means those who have interest of about the business. Suppliers, investors, debtors, bankers, government, creditors, potential investors, right? Likewise, there are people. Therefore, we have to provide information for decision making of the stakeholders, right? Then, question number 1, answer is number 5. This is the answer. Number 5 is the answer, right? Then I'll come to number 2. Number 2, what is the correct sequence of the following steps that take place in the accounting process? I will read it again. What is the correct sequence? Sequence means order of the following steps that take place in the accounting process. Accounting is a process. In accounting process, we have sub processes. What do I do? You have to first identify business transaction. Then you have to collect information and record business transaction in day books. Then you have to post details from day books to ledger accounts. Then you have to balance ledger accounts. Next, you have to prepare trial balance by using your balance ledger accounts balances. Then you have to prepare a summary of the accounts, that is summarizing. Then you have to interpret details. Then you have to analyze account results. Like that, we have discussed accounting process. At the beginning, you may have learned accounting process, right? Then, what is the correct sequence order? You are given A, B, C, D, E. But even at the examination, if you read everything, if you are going to match all the things in all 5 answers, it will take time. Therefore, when you read first 2 answers, you have to decide the order. That is the secret. Otherwise, when you read all 5 answers and match, then it will take time. Then you are not in a position to complete all 50 questions within 2 hours. Therefore, here you first read what is the first step? Balancing of ledger account? No. Preparing of source documents for transaction, right? We can take that one because we identify business transactions through source documents. If you take cash receipt, cash payments, payment voucher, credit purchases, purchase invoice, credit sales invoice, return outwards or purchases return, debit note, return inwards or sales returns, credit note. Likewise, first we identify business transactions through source documents. Okay, We identify business transactions through source document. Therefore, preparation of source documents for transactions is number one. B. Then you have to reject which is not having answer B. If you take number one, B is there. Number two, B is there. Number three, B is there. Then you can reject 4 and 5. We don't consider about 4 and 5. We are not going to match 4 and 5 because B should be the first answer. Therefore, number one is not there in 4 and 5th one. 4th and 5th one, therefore, we reject. We won't consider 4th and 5th one. Then we will have to consider only 8, number 1, number 2, and number 3. Right. First step is B. Then C, recording of transactions in the primary books. Right. Then that is the second step. C is there in number 1. C is there in number 1. Number 2, C is there number 3. Therefore, we can't now select because in all three answers 1, 2, 3, we are having C. Right. Then we have to go further. Preparation of the reference? No, that is wrong. Posting of journal entries to the ledger. E is the third step. E. Therefore, number one wrong. E is not there. No. Third one. B. Okay. B is the third step. Right. In second one, E is the third step. In third one also, E is the third step. Therefore, we have reject number 1 and select 2 and 3. We have to go forward. Then posting journal entries to the ledger. No. Then we have to balance ledger accounts. Balancing of ledger accounts is the next step, number 4. A is number 4. Therefore, we rejected number 1. When it comes number 2, A is there. Number 3, A is not there at the fourth step. Therefore, we reject number 3 and select answer 2. Answer 2 is the answer. Correct answer. Right. Here, answer 2 is the correct answer. B, C, E, A, D. Right. That is why you have to save time. You have to read carefully and understand. Right. Then question number 1 answer is number 5. This one, communication of information for decision making of the stakeholders of the firm. When it comes number 2, correct answer is number 2, B, C, E, A, D. B, C, E, A, D. B, C, E, A, D is the answer. Correct sequence of the transaction. Right. Then we will come to question number 3, 4, 5. We have to select the answer depending on given details under question number 3 and 4. Sadun commenced a trading business on 1st January 2019 by investing ₹750,000 in cash, and the following transaction took place during the month of January 2019. You are given 4 transactions, but this is not. These are easy, but examiner wants to mislead you. Therefore, you have to be careful when you select the answers and when you read. Right. Then you are given 4 transactions occurred during the month of January. Right. Before you read transaction, you can read the question. Number 3, the source documents used to record the above transaction with Jayamal traders in the books of Southern business in order to their occurrence. Right. Here, if there is any special condition, you have to keep in mind. Here they have mentioned in the Sadhu's business, this transaction have occurred in the Sadhu's business, but we are asked to find the sequence or order of the source documents. You know, source documents are the documents which are prepared to record business transaction for the first time. You know, before you record business transaction in day books, we take details from source document. Source documents are the evidence document which gives us evidence regarding business transaction. Source documents are the evidence documents which give evidence to the business transaction. Therefore, we use source documents to extract or take details regarding business transaction to record those business transactions in day books. Right. Then here they have given special condition with Jayamal traders in the books of Sadhu. Because so in a business, we can have different suppliers, different debtors like that. No, if they have specifically given you a name, when you select the answer, we should attach to that name or condition. Otherwise, we will be misleaded by the exam. Here, first transaction, Jayamal traders. Then business has returns to Jayamal traders. When it comes to third one, we have sold goods to another person. Therefore, we don't consider, when you select the answer for question number 3, we don't consider about third transaction occurred 15 January, because that is for another business, Sirimal on cash. Sales transaction to Sirimal. As we are asked to find the sequence of source documents with Jayamal traders, we don't consider about third transaction. That is Sirimal. That is related to Sirimal. Then fourth transaction, okay, Jayamal traders. Therefore, when you select the answer, we have to consider only what is related to Jayamal. Otherwise, you will mislead the answer. Examiner has misleaded. Therefore, you will select, if you are in a big hurry, if you don't read the paper correctly, you will select wrong answers. Right. Then we just check first transaction, purchase goods for 500,000 on credit from Jayamal traders. You know, we have to select source documents used to record about transaction with Jayamal. Therefore, especially we should know the transaction only related to Jayamal traders. If you are given other transaction which is not related to Jayamal, we have to ignore. Right. Then for the record purchase credit, we prepare purchases journal. The source document will be purchases invoice. Right. Then we just try whether invoice is there. They will just say invoice, so purchase invoice. Yeah, in all 5 answers, first one is invoice. Therefore, we can't select. Now we are not in a position to select directly the answer. We will go further. Return 50,000 of goods purchased from Jayamal. Return outwards, so purchases return. Then we have to first record in return outwards journal or purchases returns journal. Then we use debit note. Debit note. Debit note is the source document which is used to take details regarding return outwards or purchases returns. Therefore, debit note is there in first answer. We can select first answer. In second answer, debit note is not there. We have to reject. In third answer, debit note is there. Therefore, we can select fourth one also. In third one, debit note is not there. Fifth one, debit note is not there as a second answer. Second source document. Therefore, we reject number 5. We reject number 3. We can select number 1. We can select number 4. We can reject number 2 also, right? Debit note is not there as the second option. Right. Therefore, we have to select either answer number 1 or number 4. Therefore, we have to go further. Then we can select third transaction, that is regarding Sirimal on cash, we ignore. Then we will come to fourth one, 24th first transaction, settle the balance due to Jayamal traders. We don't consider about the value and other things. We just take the source document. When you settle the amount, we have to record in the cash payments journal, and source document will be payment voucher. And then we check payment voucher is there as the third source document. In first answer, payment voucher is there, but when it comes fourth one, payment voucher is not there, receipt is there. Therefore, fourth one is wrong. Then really we have to select number 1. Number 1 is the correct answer for the question number 3. You should know the source document and day books correctly. Day book with the relevant source document or source document with the relevant day book. Then correct answer is number 1. Question number 3, correct answer is number 1. Invoice, debit note, and payment voucher. Right. That is how you can save your time. Here I will take time to explain, but at the examination you have to quickly decide that. Number 4. The order of the primary books used to record the transaction that took place in Sando's business from 12th January 2019 to 24th January 2019. Here, as I told you earlier, if the examiner has given you bold words or bold letters or dates with bold fingers, then you have to be careful. You have to consider, you have to pay attention to that. Here, when it comes to the transaction occurred in Sandhu's business, first one occurred 10th January, second one 12th January, 5th January 24th, no. But in the question, they have mainly focused only the transaction which occurs from 12th January to 12th. Oh, therefore, the order of the prime entry books used to record transaction will be different if you select all the transactions. As they have mentioned in the question, from 12th January to 24th January, you have to ignore first transaction. It has occurred 10th January, no. Therefore, examiner has set it to mislead you. Therefore, if you are in a big hurry, you will select including this one also. Therefore, as the examiner asks you to select transaction occurred from 12th January to 24, you can't consider the first one. It happened 10th, no. Therefore, you ignore that and try to match from 12 to 24. Then first transaction will be 12th January, return 50,000 worth of goods purchased from Jayamal traders. Here, the question is order of prime entry books, no. Then return outwards table or purchases returns table. This is regarding return outwards or purchases return, no. Therefore, you have record in the return outwards or purchases returns journal. Then we check number 1 purchases return okay, number 2 purchases return okay, right. Number 3 journal wrong. Number 4 purchases journal wrong. Number 5 purchases journal. Number 3 anyway wrong. Number 4 and 5 will be correct if you select first transaction also. But we have to ignore first transaction as they have mentioned from 12th January to 24th January. Therefore, we have to ignore first one. If you take from second transaction that occurred 12th January, first one should be purchases returns journal. Second one also correct purchases return. Therefore, we can't select now the correct one. We have to go further. Then third transaction sold goods costing 400 for 600 to Sirimar on cash, no. You will receive money. Therefore, you have recorded cash receipt journal. Cash receipt journal. Day book is cash receipt journal. Then in the first answer sales journal, therefore it is wrong. We record in the sales journal what you purchased, what you sales on credit. So, but what we have sold in cash, we don't record in sales journal. Then when it comes to second answer, cash receipt journal is there. Right. As you have sold goods on cash, you receive money. Therefore, you are first recording cash receipt journal. Then your correct answer is cash receipt journal. Therefore, second one, okay. No need to go further. You can select second answer. But if you just check it again, last transaction settle the balance due to Jayamal traders subject to a discount, no. Anyway, when you pay money to settle creditors, you record in cash payment journal. Therefore, now in the second answer, cash payment journal is there. But first answer also cash payment journal is there. But as cash receipt journal is not there, first answer is wrong. Therefore, you have to really select second answer, purchases returns journal, cash receipt journal, and cash payments journal. That is the correct sequence of day book or primary books according to the dates they have given you from 12th January to 24th January. But then you have to ignore first transaction occurred 10th January. This is purchases day. Then our correct answer is second one. Purchases returns journal, cash receipt journal, and cash payments journal. Right. Number 5. What is the profit for the month of January 2019 and cash balance as of 31st January 2019 of Sandhu's business? From the above details, you are given 3 questions. Depending on these 4 transactions occurred in Sandun business, you are given 3 questions. Number 5 also from, depending on those details. Here, profit for the month, cash balance, you have to select the correct answer. Actually, when you select correct answer, you can save time by considering the order. Profit for the month, cash balance. When it comes to these 4 transactions, first transaction, only the expenses. Purchases not. Second transaction, return outwards. Then expenses decrease. When it comes to last transaction, settling the liability, paying money to supply. You can have profit only regarding third transaction, 5th January 2019, occurred sold goods costing 400,000 for 600,000. Sirimal on cash. Here, cost is 400,000. They have sold them for 600,000. Therefore, you have got 200,000 profit. Right, 200,000 profit. That is a gross profit because sales 600 minus cost steps, sales 400. Then gross profit is 200,000. But when it comes to 4th transaction, settle the balance due to Jayamal traders subject to a discount of 5,000. That is discount received, a cash discount. When you settle before the given credit period, then supplier or creditor will be happy and deduct something from the payable value. That is called discount received. That is an income for the business. Therefore, after gross profit, we just add other income. No, therefore this discount received comes under other income. Then your gross profit from third transaction 200,000. That is the difference between 600,000 and 400,000 cost. Really, gross profit 200,000. Then we had to add another 5,000 as discount received. Then 205,000. If we take without 3 zeros in thousands, it will be 205. It will be 205. That is the profit. Right. Now we can try to select profit for the year. Answer 1 wrong, answer 2 wrong, answer 3 okay, 4 okay, 5. Therefore, first 2 answers we can ignore, reject, and we consider to select one of those last 3 answers, 3, 4, 5 regarding profit. Right. These 3 are correct. But when you select the real answer, we have to consider about both headings, profit for the and cash balance. Now we can select the answer depending on cash balance. Right. When it comes to this 4 transaction, and this is a newly started business, no, 1st January 2019, by investing 750,000 in cash, Sandun started, commence means he started the business. Here, his opening capital 750,000. Therefore, in 1,750. Then no cash involvement in first transaction. No cash involvement in second transaction. In third transaction, you have cash involvement. You will receive 600,000 because they have sold it on cash. To Sirimal, no, Sirimal will pay money to the Sandun business. Therefore, 600,000. Without 3 zeros, you will receive 600. Opening balance 750 capital in euros, and this 600 altogether, addition of 750 plus 600, it will be 1,350. It will be 1,350. Okay. Without 3 zeros, 750 plus 600, 1,350. Right. Then we can consider 4th transaction, settle the balance due to Jayamal traders subject to a discount. How much we have to pay to Jayamal? We purchased 500 worth of goods. We return 50,000 worth of goods to Jayamal. Therefore, net amount 450,000. Right? The business has to, Sandun has to pay only 450,000 to Jayamal. But as they have mentioned, settle the balance due to Jayamal traders subject to subject to cash discount 5,000. No, then out of 450, you have to deduct 5,000 and pay money. Then 445,000 you have to pay. Again, if I explain, purchase 500 worth of goods on credit, 50,000 worth of goods returned to again Jayamal, then the net amount payable is 450,000. Then when the business settles due amount, Jayamal deducted 5,000 as cash discount, that is discount received. Total amount due 450,000. Out of 450,000, as Jayamal offered 5,000, business Sadun has to pay only 445,000. 445,000. In 1,000, only 445. Right, 445. Now you can remember introduction of capital 750 in thousands. Then you got money from cash, say 600 plus 750,000, 350. From that, you have to deduct, settle into Jayamal subject to 5,000 cash discount received. Then the business has to pay to Jayamal 445. 445. Then when you pay 445 by using 1,350, that is addition of 750 and 600. How much? 1,350 minus 445. Then we can select 905 is the answer. Then we rejected first two answers, therefore 905, even though 905 is there in second, we can't take. Then out of last three answers, 905 cash balance is only in number 5. Number 3 wrong, number 4 wrong. Number 5 is the correct answer. Cash balance 905, that is 1,350 minus 405 paid to supplier. Then net cash balance will be 905,000. Without 3 zeros, it is 905. And correct profit is 205. Therefore, correct answer is number 5. Likewise, I hope to discuss with you 5 by 5. Then easily you can refer. Therefore, I discussed first question 5 came in paper 1 in the year 2019. Then you can practice again and again this question, and it will help you to solve the questions, especially multiple choice question, even at your paper, which will be given to you in the year 2020.